trial, 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 trial,
sustainability. So money now coming
trial,
in is really to scale, not to sort of just hold the fort. And we've closed partnerships with Safaricom, Microsoft, and Visa that will be really key to scaling across Africa. Competition is nascent, but at this stage, it is welcome because we are all educating the status quo where businesses are doing things in conventional ways. So we share the burden. Saying that, we are much more far advanced than all our African competitors. We have more features, more integrations into more environments, and therefore businesses can use us not just for some, but all spend. The state of our industry globally is simply exploding. Post-pandemic, businesses move to remote work. So spend management solutions allow everybody to spend regardless of their physical presence with proper transparency and authorizations. If you look at the companies that raised in 2021, mega rounds were happening in Europe and the USA, and these are all very new companies, all founded post 2017, 2018. And Build.com broke a record as the fastest growing B2B SaaS company in history, 14x increase in valuation over a period of only 24 months during the pandemic. So we have a stellar team. Myself, very equipped to lead in terms of knowing expressly what the problem and the solution is. Chris Senanu, our fractional executive director, proven leader in marketing and BD and overall leadership of companies, having been the CEO of a company that has listed and the former chief of enterprise at Safaricom, which many will know as the largest company in Kenya. We have good heads of engineering, and we have covered the bases with our other team members, and we are growing. And we have fantastic advisors, all equipped to lead us in our journey ahead. We are seeking $2.5 million, and in 12 months, we will have utilized this to exceed $5 million in ARR. We'll expand our team. We are partnering with banks, and we've already signed our first partnership, which we'll launch. This will really aid us to scale to customers, and we will launch our lending products and our mini apps marketplace, which will increase revenue and stickiness. So I'd just like you to consider that in the future, every business is likely to be using a spend management solution. So it's an open ocean for us. We are that solution for Africa, and we are at a position where the building and the hard work has been done. All we need is the capital to scale. Thank you.
Thank you so much, coming from Sam, Popote Pay. I remind us again to come on, and if you have any interest, please go to the forms. I'm going to post it again at the end with the QR code, but it is in our chat as we speak. Go into the chat box and kindly click on it. And next up, we have Rukayat from Register. I know she's waiting, and I love her energy. So over to you, Rukayat. You've got the floor.
Hi, everyone. I welcome you all to Register, the first digital bank focusing on the 600 million underserved in Africa. 4 years ago, my mom was an unbanked micro business owner who needed $200 to pay for her shop rent and to buy stocks to meet the demands of her customers. She approaches different microfinance banks in Lagos, Nigeria, but guess what? Her loan is always rejected because she had no credit history, no bank account, and no valid ID card. Because of this, our business failed. It was actually a very difficult time for the family to survive. And you will agree with me that my mom is one out of 2 billion people globally that are unbanked, and our business is one out of 200 million micro businesses that have limited or no access to financial services. So one day, we decided to liberate the informal sector financially by launching Register as a digital platform to provide quick, easy, and simple access to financial services for my mom and over 5 million unbanked people in Africa by 2025. Our value proposition are two. Number one is financial inclusion, where we open instant bank accounts for the agents and customers. We digitize savings and will also provide micro lending. Number two is business structure, where we digitize business incorporation and weekly financial records so that they can determine their weekly profits. The way we do this is by offering multiple financial products ranging from $100 to $300 loan payable within 6 weeks. All our loans are fully secured, and our non-performing loan is less than 1% against the normal standard of 5% in Nigeria. We make money through interest on loans, processing fee, business incorporation, and many others. And our annual gross profit margin is over 90%. Go-to-market strategy involves partnerships. We already partner with Providus Bank, who are giving us their API. For instant bank accounts for the customers and agents, we also partner with Identity Pass for identity confirmation of customers' national identity card, bank verification number, and so on. Others include Optimal, Block, Corporate Affairs Commission, and local governments in Nigeria. We've won several awards and recognitions in the industry, and we believe that we have a lot of players in this field. But what makes us different are because we are building a financial system that works for everyone using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and alternative data to award credit score to the unbanked customers. And number two, according to research, over 80% of the micro businesses failed due to lack of cash flow management. In Register, we nurture and structure the micro businesses from a point where they don't have bank accounts to a point where their businesses are registered. And we even help them determine their weekly profits. And number three, we are building a legacy in white labeling our technology platform to the informal market group, such as thrift collectors, better known as Babalajo in Nigeria, trade unions, and local money lenders. They make use of our technology platform for free and even make more money while using it. Just in 2 communities, we've disbursed over $350,000 to over 1,500 customers. Over 5,000 people have benefited from our social impact services. We have a money lender license. We are a member of Fintech Association of Nigeria, and we've registered over 60 micro businesses. Just last week, we were selected by Arms by Lab for $50,000 investments. It is expected that the global market size of the fintech industry would increase from $180 billion to $350 billion by 2025. We hope to tap into $2.7 billion in the same year. We believe this is achievable because my team comprises of knowledgeable, brainy, and passionate entrepreneurs such as myself. I have over 5 years professional banking and accounting experience. I am a chartered accountant. I am passionate about financial inclusion. I am also keen in helping people succeed, especially the micro businesses, and that is why people call me Madam Grassroots. I also have a Olalekon, who has over 10 years professional banking experience. He is a chartered banker and a chartered risk manager. And of course, our CTO, Toyiba Adesokon, has over 7 years IT experience. He has worked with the likes of Kuda Bank, Wallet Africa, AppZone, and so on. Our advisory board are well experienced and they are committed to the team. We are asking for a proceed of $500,000, out of which 80% would be used for working capital, while others will cut across technology, research and development, marketing and training. All of this will enable us disburse $3.5 million to over 30,000 customers. We are going to have 600 agents across 120 communities within 12 months. In conclusion, we say no to over 20% of our current customer base on a daily basis. If you invest in us today, our no is going to be a yes, and they are going to turn our customers by tomorrow. And that's why we are calling you to join us in building another unicorn startup in Africa that will not only guarantee the return on your investment, but remember, it will guarantee social impact and economic impact globally. Thank you for your time. I'm done speaking.
The classes has really opened our minds into how.
Thank you so much, Rukaya. You know,
mind of an investor.
Can you hear me, everyone?
And what they would like to see and what.
Yes.
So, give a thumbs up.
You know how I always feel about that energy. Thank you for bringing the energy. And right after that, don't forget, you've got the form in the chat box and it will come up again. Remember, who you'd like to express your interest in. Staff boss
Thank you
next.
all.
Dio, please go ahead, staff boss.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Do you know what is more frustrating than looking for a job? It is finding or figuring out how you want to get to that job every day. Why, you ask? Because of the deplorable state of public transportation in a city like Lagos that I live in, and I've lived all my adult life, especially when I had to start my first 9-to-5 job after many years of being an entrepreneur. The challenges I saw other professionals like me face trying to get to work and back home was really troubling. And I quickly realized that this could not continue for me like this and these other professionals I saw and spoke with. The challenges that we face every day trying to do this are: one, you can't easily find a bus to ride to and from work. If you find, the price is not consistent and the routes are neither consistent. If you manage to get on one, it is so uncomfortable that it leaves you very stressed out at the end and generally unsafe with very severe consequences. But let me tell you about this service every working professional has been raving about. It's a subscription bus service for workers where they book seats on our buses from their mobile devices for a fee. It is called Staff Bus.
I'm sorry, Dio, sorry to jump in, but unfortunately your slides are not changing. So could you kindly check that? Sorry to jump in.
Yes, I saw that and I don't know what was going on.
Okay. So you can kindly try to reshare the screen. But if not, I think one of the team members could actually help Dio to share his screen from where he stopped. So I think there we are. Awesome. So Dio, please go ahead to where you stopped.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, as I was saying, let me tell you about this solution that we have created. It's a subscription bus service which allows workers to book a seat on our buses for a fee, right from the convenience of their mobile devices. What we have built allows us to match these professionals to buses, air-conditioned buses, in fact, and they do this right from the convenience of their mobile phone with the help of our partner bus owners. To sign up, it's quite easy. You just sign up with your email and your mobile number. You select your preferred route and you make payment. We are integrated with one of the biggest payment solutions, and so your information is secured. Why are we doing this? Because it is a 3 million market of daily passenger movement in Lagos, and they do this specifically for work. We want to service the 14% of this market made up of young professionals between the ages of 25 years to 34 years. Oh, we do recognize that there are players in the market, and these are the things that make us different. We have a simple onboarding process compared to a complicated wallet system. We are asset light, and this allows us to focus resources on the fast acquisition of customers. We are focused early on our B2C side of the business, and this gave us a lead because they make up 47% of the market share. Our fixed route system improves route optimization and helps get our users to work on time. Others that we are 23% less than your average cab hailing service, of course, and we are more comfortable and more safe than your existing but cheap localized transport operator. How are we going to make money? We charge a minimum weekly subscription of $30 per seat on our buses, and we charge a fixed amount plus a 40% margin on chartered services. I believe we are the team to do this because we have a combined 17 plus years experience in logistics operation, technology, and finance, as well as sales and marketing. I particularly have founded in the past many successful businesses, and others have failed as well. But I bring all these learnings to this company, and I'm proud that we have produced or built a product that the user really wants. We have also a group of advisors who are captain of industries, and they help us along this journey. In the last 12 weeks, we have done over 21,000 trips and generated $7,000 in revenue. We consistently launch a new route every week, and we have a loyal community of over 600 plus professionals we call SBC, Staff Bus Community. These guys, we host them periodically to a social mixer that allows them to connect with themselves beyond the daily commute. We do this because we strongly believe in the power of that this is the secret to organic growth, and also to test the pulse of our business. Our achievements are, in the past, winning a $21,000 in cash and advert slots in 2018 from the STEP initiative, out of the over 1,500 founders that entered the competition. And we haven't even used the advert slots yet. Other competitions that we entered, also we won that. But what I would like to talk about is the agreement that we signed with a major payment platform, which will be launching its transport aggregator website very soon in the third quarter of this year. With the money we raise, we will be on our way to achieving our goals by launching Staff Bus 2.0. This is our new app, the new version of our app. And by next quarter, we continue to focus on customer acquisition to increase this exponentially in the next 2 years. We plan to close enterprise contracts in the first quarter of next year and start a rollout to other cities by 2024. I believe in this company so much that it has been bootstrapped with mostly funds from my pocket and from family and friends. But we're now seeking a $150,000 pre-seed investment to help us on our way to build the future of public transportation for Africa. And we invite you to ride with us. Thank you very much. My name is Dayo Olujepo.
Thank you, Dayo from Staff Bus. We've got just 3 more startups to present their pitches today. So for everyone, just give us a quick time. That's maybe too long. And trade lender, thank you.
Sorry, my colleague's data is breaking up. So I guess just to say, trade lender, you're up next. Just go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ibo. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shino Arugundade. I'm co-founder at Trade Lender. It's great to have you all here. An average Nigerian meets a minimum of 20 MSMEs daily. Some could even argue that these numbers are grossly understated. But MSMEs in Nigeria and across emerging markets are faced with a myriad of issues, chief of which is lack of access to capital in form of credits to grow their businesses. The IFC puts the financing gap in Nigeria at over $158 billion, with over 18 million MSMEs affected by this. According to PwC, 55% of MSMEs in Nigeria operate in the supply value chain, and these customer segments are the ones who've decided to create solutions for. We are providing finance to retailers to enable their businesses thrive. We are providing this finance timely because we understand the impact of missed opportunities for this customer segment. We are de-risking the lending process by building an AI-enabled credit scoring system, leveraging character and capacity to determine the creditworthiness of this customer segment. We've partnered with some amazing companies to help aggregate retailers easily and get first-hand information about customers' character and capacity. Here's an overview of our business model, where we charge 5% monthly interest on disbursed funds, and we've painted a picture of how much revenue we could make by disbursing to 23,000 MSMEs, which is 10% of our current aggregated MSME pool. It's a huge opportunity across emerging markets with a $5 trillion gap, as earlier mentioned by Debo also. In Nigeria, the Small and Medium Enterprises Agency puts the gap at $29 billion. Like earlier mentioned, we are focusing mainly on the supply value chain players, which we aggregate with 5% of these values. This opportunity also provides interesting competition, which we have presented using the matrix here. I'll focus on the top right-hand corner, which contains companies that are closely niched to us, such as PayPal. We are digital companies focused on MSMEs, but what distinguishes TradeLender from others is our focus on the supply value chain in the segment, the ease of onboarding, and how quickly we respond to our customers. We believe strongly that our customers are the reason for our being. Since we started last year, that was May 2021, we've signed 12 strategic partnerships and in the closing stages for yet another to aggregate over 230,000 retailers. We've successfully disbursed over $1.6 million to over 1,000 retailers. We have 100% repayment as of date due to our strict recovery process. We've reduced our underwriting and disbursement cycle to under 6 hours. We have various testimonials from customers, partners, accelerators, and the media as presented here. The amazing team that makes this happen, our additional who is bringing his experience from Stanbic IPTC, where he led payments and is also a second-time founder, previously funding access to market for SMEs through the One Kiosk platform. Myself, who had previously written credit policies for 20 African countries at United Bank for Africa. I was also very much involved in the automation of the credit process of the bank across 20 African countries. Tosin, who has an accounting background, but currently a full stack developer, and has been celebrated for his contributions to tech in his community at the local and national levels. We also have a team of advisors who we believe will help us reach the heights we currently envision. Mr. Aiz, who has believed in the team from the get-go and even providing capital to start the process. Mr. Ondubisi, who through the Techidia Capital has assisted us with their pipeline. Joy Mohammed from the Labate and Dr. Ereta from the Lagos Business School, helping our team with strategy. We are currently seeking $1 million at a 3.5 million post-money valuation. We've closed at 40% of this. This is to help us attract the right talents, develop our technology and operations, acquire a national license or like the state license, which we currently use, and have a reserve to attract $1.5 million in debt to meet our disbursement plans. For projections, we hope to close the year with a revenue of over $700,000, expand to another country with the same demography as Nigeria by 2023, and achieve a monthly disbursement of $10 million also in 2023. Please join us in supporting another group of retailers and MSMEs by extension. With your help, they can improve their businesses, support their families, and employ more people to further improve the economy. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Shino. Now we're going to go on. Tribees start to end. Please do not forget to express interest. We have our expression of interest form right in the chat box. Over to you, Moses.
Thank you, Effie. My name is Moses Omueta. I'm the CEO founder of Tribees. I'm inviting you all to join the Tribe of Ease, a Nigerian fintech that settles your bills on purchase and lets you pay later. We are addressing customer needs across lifestyle and hospitality. The secondary problem that we envisage is access to immediate fund. Consider yourself in a store. After picking all the items, you realize that you are not able to pay because you don't have enough money to pay for the items you have picked. The other problem is ease of payment. With the ease of payment is you have the money, but you are, due to conventional methods of payment, the frequent problem with conventional methods of payment, you are unable to make payments due to either you are not with your card or you don't have a device for it. So we developed a cardless credit charge platform to offer buy now, pay later. We are building an ecosystem of users and merchants that allows customers to freely consume products and services from registered merchants and pay later. We have designed different options to accommodate various users' behaviors and situations. This is just to get people out of stranded situations when you want to either pay for items that you don't have enough money to pay for, or you are not with any device or device or a card. That's why we have said we have the selfie, which you could use the facial recognition to make payment. We have a token where you could pay from anywhere in the world. We also have the QR code and also integrated into a POS terminals to do so with your phone numbers. We are targeting 2.5 million potential members in associated industries worth $10 billion locally and over 150 billion globally. Our competitors are CredPal, Migo, Carbon, and UpCredit, and I would like to mention Spectre as well. These are competitors in the market, but we believe that the market is big enough, and what differentiates us from them is that users pay back what they spend out of their credit limit for that month, hence we are a monthly charge. Availability of physical presence or device not necessary for transactions. Transactions can be done from anywhere of the world. This is either you have the selfie, you use the facial recognition to make payment, or you can also pay from anywhere using a token that is generated from merchants, and that will be imputed on the user's device and payment to resume. Extra credit and series upgrades are available upon request to consume more. Security over carrying cash around or exposing your card details will no longer be necessary. We charge interest charge to users and a discount charge of 1% to merchants by every transaction. We are also introducing a user's membership subscription that will attract flat charge with attractive discounts to the users. Our customers got into two. We have the corporate and the retail. For the retail, we tend to source our retail customers, which are the users, from institutions such as cooperative clubs and corporate organizations for their members. And we have different series associated to all the users, from $100 to about $1,000. For the corporate, this will take care of expense management and also fund allocation for the staff. How it works: you download the app from Apple Store or Google Play Store, set up a profile for pre-qualification, and go through the normal algorithms. After 5 minutes, once verified, the customer qualifies for a credit limit to begin paying for products and services using Tribes. Our short-term plan in our first year, we plan to acquire 1,000 customers and 50 merchants in our pilot regions, in 3 pilot regions, which are Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. In our second year, we want to grow customer acquisitions with advanced operation in all states in Nigeria, and also appoint an advisory board, which we already identified already. We are signing partnerships to expand across West Africa, and also sign partnerships to improve our offerings and technology. In our 4th and 5th year, we want to sign partnerships that will take us to key hubs in Africa, and also plan to appoint a board at that time for our Series A, B, and C rounds. The management team is Moses Omueta as the founder, CEO, Abiola Ogunleye, CEO, and Fidelis Azubike. Across the management team, we have over 40 years cumulative experience. We have successfully performed 4,000 transactions, over 4,000 transactions amounting to $15,000. And we currently have over 40 merchants, which includes one of the biggest pharmaceutical retail store, MedPlus, with over 90 locations. And we currently have over 1,000 users onboarded. Most of our revenue will come from customer credit charge, 80% of it, while the 20% will come from merchant discounts, interest for defaults, and on our annual membership fee. We have successfully raised $150,000 in the past from family, friends, and angel investors round, and we are seeking $300,000 to take care of marketing, hiring of new talents, admin expensive, infrastructure improvements, and regional expansion. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Moses. And so you can see the QR code for Moses. Please feel free to scan, and the links have been shared. Also, for those that are streaming on social media, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., please feel free to scan the QR code, or the links will be shared on the social media you're watching from. Last but not the least is Zivendo, and we have Tarek about to speak and tell the story of Zivendo. Don't forget, please wait on after Zivendo speaks, because we're going to have something fun that we'll share with you. Tarek, please go ahead.
Thank you, Devo. Hi, everyone. My name is Tarek Bakri. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Zivendo.com. We're the first in Middle East and North Africa omni-channel e-commerce solution enabler, as we will see later. Back a few years back, we figured out a problem and a market gap in the, and it was a big opportunity for us, as we'll see later, which is the availability of a localized e-commerce platform that comes with local ready-made integrations from a payment, shipping, and other ready-made integrations. Along with this is the lack of know-how of how to grow the business online, as the e-commerce is still in the early stages in the Middle East Africa region. We studied the market in general, and we figured out that in only 5 countries, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Nigeria, and Kenya, there are 1 million or more than 1 million SME merchants that are potential for such solution. As I mentioned, we're still in the early stages for growth for the e-commerce, even post-pandemic. We're still in early stages, but the growth is phenomenal. Only in Egypt, for example, the CAGR growth is more than 30%, and same in Nigeria, Kenya, Saudi, and UAE. What we're offering is a one-stop shop e-commerce solution and services for merchants. So we have our own platform, which is Zivendo, that enables merchants to have their online stores, mobile applications, POS, all managed through the same back end, and all fully integrated. On top of this comes, we provide services, end-to-end e-commerce services, starting from store design all the way to digital marketing to order fulfillment. And we partner with some of the leading merchant lending providers in Egypt, and followed by UAE and next month. What we do is we integrate with payments, and we're the e-commerce partner currently for all the acquirer banks in Egypt. We have integration with the ERP providers such as Foodix, Udo, Microsoft Dynamics. We have ready-made integrations with Google, Facebook, Instagram, MailChimp, and order fulfillment and warehousing. Our edge in the market, definitely we're positioning ourselves as the localized solution and services provider. So we have multi-channel phone, chat, face-to-face meetings, email support, 24/7. And it is built in-house, so it's built for the MEA market. We provide end-to-end service. It comes with ready-made local integrations, and we have extensive e-commerce experience across almost 7 years now. We managed during the last year to have merchant acquisition for the largest players in the market in different industries in the e-commerce, from retail, manufacturing, and food and beverage. We are proudly saying that both Sameh, the founder, and myself have won last year the Egypt's Entrepreneur Award for General Tech in general. Our team is our core for our success. Our management team, as I mentioned, have extensive experience in e-commerce for the last at least 7 to 8 years. We're relying on them on our growth and success. We've been growing heavily during the last 9 months. We grew 900% in the number of stores. We've been growing quarter over quarter 40%. We've been retaining customers 95%. This is the average retain 95% across the last 6 months. The platform processed 30,000 online orders for a value of $3 million GMV in Q1 this year. And the total number of created stores is 10,000 so far and more. We're raising Series A round now, $4 million. We've already raised 1.25 on 2 rounds before last year. And this will be used or deployed in product development, regional expansion, and in entering new markets such as the B2B and POS. Our objective is to reach $50 million and 100,000 stores in 4 years from now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tariq, and thank you for sharing the story of Zivendo with all of us and the excellent work that you do in Egypt. Finally, to everyone, as we said, you can scan the QR code for each company, or you could just click on the link to then indicate interest. There will be a deep dive session for every single startup, all 11 startups that have presented today. I personally want to say I am so excited, and thank you so much to everyone that has presented today. Just before we round up, there's a fun item that my colleagues would like us all to do. So, as we said, please feel free, express your interest. The QR code is here, and this is also useful for those that are listening on the streaming platform. Well done to everyone. Well done, well done, well done. Just again, special thanks to all of you for listening and staying till this point. We promised that we will not take too much of your time. And so what we'll do now is my colleague will kind of like, just because you're here, we're going to do what we call kind of like speed matching. One of the beauty of the reasons for events like this is the ability for people to even connect. So many of you have listened to other people presenting over the course of the last hour and a half. And so now we'd like to connect you to some people, and we're going to do this randomly, just for you to get a quick idea of other people on this call. So we'll do a connection, random connection, for you to meet at least 2 people at the very minimum. And so my colleague is going to assign us into rooms. Please ask questions of each other, get to meet people, right? Ask them what they do, so whether they're investors or startups or whoever it is that is in the room. So please, we'll do the speed dating, then we'll come back very briefly, a few quick announcements, and we'll end it bang on time, just as we promised in terms of organization. Nicole, over to you.
Ready, so you guys can
Sorry, let me just remove these. Yeah, I think it's no. Okay. Okay, cool. So probably just yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I think the time is running out. My name is Shina from TradeLender. I have my colleague here, a startup founders, and it's great to meet everyone.
Hi, Shino. Nice speech. So my name is Kelechi of Delicious Instant Foods. Kido was the one who pitched for the business. It's nice to see every one of us here. So I don't know if Derek, Mark, Grace, and Jerry are probably non-startup founders or joining us investors.
Hey, hi guys. I'm Jerry from Rose Lake. I have talked to Shina. Shina, we met before, right? A nice pitch, and glad to see the progress. So we'll get you back soon. And Klitsch, nice to meet you here. And that was the delicious food. I think it's very interesting. Probably we can get a talk after this this today the pitch day. Yeah, basically I'm an investor based out in living in China, and our major focus is in Africa, and we invest early stage African startups. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Jerry.
How about Grace and Derek?